186 straight days of Clippers talk. I'm Adam Osland. You missed it earlier. We did an impromptu Clippers talk episode off the cuff talking about Mike Malone being fired. Stunning news out of Denver. How that can relate to the Clippers. Go check that out in the live section. But good to be with you guys now here at Intuit Dome. Clippers and Spurs tonight. Get your pregame show starting in about 10 minutes from now. No Kawhi Leonard. Told you a couple days ago that, okay, that was yesterday. I did a show on if he should play tonight. You heard what I thought. You heard what I thought. I said there's no reason that he should have to play against San Antonio. If they lose, I'm not blaming it on not having Kawhi. They got more than enough to beat a Spurs team that has lost 7 of 8 and doesn't have much to play for. So, what's up, Clifford? Pump's gone wrong. Why not the Clippers? How you guys doing? Not too bad, I hope. I'm kind of annoyed right now because the Lakers are only down 8. I've been telling people they match up well against OKC. I would not want, if I'm the Thunder, to see them in a 7-game series. I think I would pick the Lakers against them. Health permitting. Clifford's going to be here today. Michael's in here. Let's go, Bucks. What's that Bucks score? I saw they were down 10. Down 9 now. Start of the third quarter. Come on, Bucks. If the Clippers win out and the Minnesota Timberwolves lose a game and the Nuggets lose a game, the Clippers will be the 4 seed. That's not that crazy of circumstances. That could happen. I need it to happen. I don't know why Jake's messing with me with the effects.
It's called tweaking everything and trying to do an engineering job over here.
I'm sorry.
Want to make sure everything
You're
sounds
mixing?
good.
Did you guys hear Big Bro? He's already flustered today. You want to know why? It's nothing I did.
I'm not flustered, man. My bills are paid.
The Dodgers lost 4 of 5.
Yeah, they're not playing too good right now, but I'm not mad about it.
It was weird. You had to bow down earlier.
You didn't see me bow down to nobody. You know, chat, I'm not going to be mean. I'm just going to let Adam do the show, do the chat, and wish him well.
About time.
I don't get paid extra for this.
It's called a blessing.
It would be if I got paid.
I just told you how they can get the 4 seed. Why not the Clippers? They need Minnesota to lose 1. They need Denver to lose 1. And the Clippers need to win all 4. That's how they get the 4 seed. It's not out of the question. It's not some crazy odds. This could occur. It would be nice if Minnesota would lose tonight in Milwaukee because they're scheduled pretty easy most of the way. But let's say Denver loses. Minnesota keeps winning. The Clippers win all 4. The Clippers could still get the 5 spot. Of course, then they likely be against Minnesota in the first round in the 4-5. I think the Lakers are going to get the 3. Rockets are going to get the 2. Obviously, OKC already has the 1. It's really 4 through 6 or 4 through 8, depending on how you look at it. What's that Sun score? Or is that later tonight? Yeah, they're taking on the Warriors at 7. So just less than an hour. Can't rely on the Suns for anything, though, right now. They're a complete disaster at the moment. It is shocking how bad they have been. Sorry, why not the Clippers? It's the delay. When in doubt, blame the delay. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Whoa. Big Carlo came through. We got some crumble cookies up in here. Let's go. What are you guys eating?
Hey, chat, what's up? It's Big Brother Jake, man. Your boy Adam, he bounced on y'all so he can have some crumble cookies. And it's not fair to you guys. It's not fair to you. But I'm here for you, chat. I'm here for you. Adam abandoned you. I'm here for you. And I love you, chat. You know, as I celebrate these 3,000 broadcasts, each and every one of them was special to me because of you, chat. Adam doesn't have the love for you guys that I do. Yeah, he's done half a year. That's okay. But I love you. And that's all that matters. Oh, great. The party's over now. Adam's back. Peace out, chat.
What the F did he say? I didn't know we were going to have crumble tonight. Carlo, you going to have one?
There's a lot of things you don't know every night.
What? All right, chat. You got to lock in.
Hotel some bitty. Got it doing my bidding.
Can't believe we got cookies just because the Dodgers lost.
Notice the only one laughing is Adam. I'm funny. Come on, man. Grow up. I know. Who cares?
Bro, they're not going to lose many.
They're not.
I'm going to take advantage while I can.
Yeah, you should.
This is a rare. They might not lose 4 or 5 the rest of the season.
They might.
If they do in a playoff series, I'll be really celebrating.
Oh my God.
Welcome into Clippers Countdown. As your 46-32 LA Clippers are in Game 4 of this 5-game homestand with just 4 games left in the regular season as they welcome in the 32-46 San Antonio Spurs, who are going through a transitional period and a promising rebuild with young players like Wemby and De'Aaron Fox, who are out for now but still offer a bright future, along with Castle, Johnson, and Vassell. That can have the Spurs back to being that gold standard of consistency where they had the longest streak of consecutive winning seasons in NBA history at 22. Not that long of a time ago, but there's no time like the present, and the Clippers have the current longest winning streak of 14 straight seasons above 500, partially because of a former Spur in Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi would lead them with 29, and the Clippers would sweep the back-to-back against Dallas over the weekend here at Intuit Dome with a 135-104 win on Saturday. But now can they get by without Kawhi Leonard on the front end of this back-to-back tonight, starting against his former team? Tip-off between the Clippers and Spurs is just about 60 minutes away. Coming up, you're going to hear from assistant coach Brian Shaw. Plus, we're going to have Lauren Rosen on and Law Murray. Well, not tonight. But we got Carlo Jimenez coming up next. I'm Adam Osland, as you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Why does Maddox always ask me the same question a million times? So I used to watch the WNBA at the very beginning with the Houston Comets, was Cynthia Cooper. She was like the Michael Jordan of the WNBA. I got into it a little bit more lately, obviously. I'm into it. Challenge accepted. What's Carlo texting me here?
What?
Would you look
So
at that?
which ones did you guys like?
Would you look at that?
Huh? The cookie dough one's good?
Yeah, I had that one. It was good.
Okay.
Clippers taking on the San Antonio Spurs here at Intuit Dome, and tip-off is just about 58 minutes away. Welcome back in. This is your official pregame show of your LA Clippers. This is Clippers Countdown. I'm Adam Osland. Still to come, you're going to hear from assistant coach Brian Shaw, but first we head over to your radio voice of the Clippers in Carlo Jimenez. Carlo, how we doing, my friend?
Hey, Adam. Good to see you. I'm doing great. It's crazy to think that back on October 20th, we had our first preseason game in this building, and now April 8th, we are on our penultimate regular season game here at Intuit Dome. Wild that it is coming down to the stretch, but man, we got some fun basketball right now going on around the association, especially with this Clipper team.
Got this home back-to-back and hopefully a lot more games here during the postseason at Intuit Dome. Let's go back to what occurred here on Saturday night. Clippers would win 135-104 over the Dallas Mavericks. Kawhi Leonard was phenomenal. 29 points in just 25 minutes. 3 of 5 from the outside, 12 of 19 overall from the field. He has just made it look so easy out there. His movement has been special. He's peaking at the right time.
He is playing some of the best basketball we have seen. I mean, Ty Lue was asked before that game, Adam, is this the best you've seen Kawhi play? And he said, no, I think last year he also played at this level, but the efficiency numbers, Adam, are getting towards what it was during that stretch when he went 25, when the Clippers went 25-6, and Kawhi was a huge part of that. I mean, the last 12 games, he scored 20 points in all of them, 56% from the field, 50% from three over a 12-game stretch. Remember, he had a really slow start from outside the arc to begin his season, and a lot of us said, wait for the legs to get underneath him. He found his sea legs, and boy, has he taken off since then. Kawhi Leonard has just been so impressive with this team, and you love to see the group kind of bending around him, Adam. It seems like this is a team that understands Kawhi is 1A, everybody else trying to help him and the rest of the group play at their best.
Yeah, the rest of the guys are blending in nicely, including Ivica Zubac, who just went 11 for 11 in a ball game. It was a Clippers franchise record. Nobody in the history of the NBA had 25, 10, and 0 turnovers in a ball game before. That's what he ended up with, but perfect from the field. Ivica Zubac just continues to show why he's a top 5 center in the league now.
Unreal stuff from the big man. His ability, I mean, at one point he hit a baseline jumper from the mid-range. It's so fun to see Ivica Zubac continue to thrive. He's had 21 double-doubles since the All-Star break. He's tied for third in the NBA, and he is doing things at a level that maybe only his coaches thought he could do them at. He spoke to how Jeff Van Gundy was really the first person to be like, I think you could be a defensive player of the year, and he is showing off his effort on that end. Super, super impressive stuff from Ivica Zubac. It really has become, Adam, the third head of this Clipper three-headed snake so far down the stretch for the Clippers. When Big Zoo is now getting regularly double-digit shot totals. If anything, he's working towards 15 a night for this Clipper team, something I don't think he probably ever expected, but truly the attention well-deserved for Ivica Zubac.
James Harden attempted 19 shots, went 10 of 19, had 29, but 14 assists to just 2 turnovers on Saturday against the Dallas Mavericks. He was dishing, he was running the show, and he was taking care of the basketball.
He was excellent in that contest, being able to be aggressive early, 12 points in the opening quarter, really got the offense turning its gears to start that ball game. And then, Adam, as the game goes on, picking his spots, 29 points. You mentioned it, 14 assists. Harden, second in the NBA. I thought that was interesting, Adam. You pointed out on Clippers Talk, I believe, where he's second in the league in blow-bys among high-volume players. His ability to get in the painted area, Adam, has been excellent this season. He hasn't lost a step. If anything, he has gained a step for this Clipper team, and that's why you see those 14 assists because, look, when he gets into the paint, teams have to respect the floater. They have to respect the drive. He's finding his teammates, and they are finishing on the offensive end.
Clippers would win on Saturday night here at Intuit Dome, 135-104 over the Dallas Mavericks and sweep the back-to-back. Can they do it again? Starting tonight against San Antonio here at the Dome. The Dome is home. Coming up next, Carlo Jimenez has his one-on-one conversation with assistant coach Brian Shaw. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
Him and time. Big bro. All right, this water's out ski. Dunzo. What'd you do today, big bro? How's the young one doing?
I got a crown put on my tooth today.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm a gamer. My middle, she's in El Salvador right now.
Yeah. How's she doing?
Good. She delivered wheelchairs yesterday, and she delivered clothes today.
Okay.
Yeah, she's doing real missionary work, man. She is a
That's
dream
awesome,
come true
man.
of a child, I tell you.
Well, I remember when I did that, it like changed my whole perspective on life.
And that's her. She's like, Dad, the things you and Mom do for us, I'll never take it for granted again. I'm like, it's cool, no worries.
You're like, yeah, I've been trying to tell you your whole life. But I'm
your
glad you had to go to
entire
El
life.
Salvador to figure that out. Appreciate
And
it.
the last time she went to El Salvador, her mom hired a driver and a butler and a cook or chef. Yeah. Yeah.
A little different this time.
A little bit. Now she's in the dorm with like 12 people.
Dang.
Yep.
That's sick.
But thanks for asking, man.
Yeah, no, of course.
Adam doesn't care, but it's whatever.
Nah, he cares about the cookies, though.
Yep, he
That's
does.
for sure.
They're my friends.
He's locked in on those cookies.
The only friends you got.
Damn.
And
They're sweet to me, unlike some people.
Ah.
Like some of my friends.
Yeah. I'm still giving you a +1. I even gave you advice on who to invite to my wedding. Dude.
Yeah, well.
Who's he taking?
That fell on deaf ears. And believe me, I'm not hearing that well.
I'm going to say it in stereo and mono.
Chill.
10 decibels higher.
Chill.
Look how nervous he is.
You can tell me, big
First
bro.
of all,
Oh, I will.
I don't want to hear about it again.
You will.
Clippers taking on the San Antonio Spurs here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off just 51 minutes away. Coming up, we're going back in time in Clippers Rewind, but first, let's head back over to your radio voice of the Clippers in Carlo Jimenez.
What's up, Clipper Nation? How we feeling? Shout out my guy, Flair. What up, Flair? but it must be spring break, huh? Oh, you got your dance and everything, huh? Shout out to the swell. Oh yeah, must be spring break. We got all the kids in here. Get it, buddy, get it. Come on, keep going. We got 47 minutes of you. Pace yourself.
Assistant Coach Brian Shaw there with Carlo Jimenez pregame as we're just about 48 minutes away from tip-off here at Intuit Dome. Clippers taking on the San Antonio Spurs. Up next, we're going back in time, back to 1992 when Clippers Rewind, right here on your Los Angeles Clippers audio network.
Somebody went shopping. What'd you get? You got the stupid of those. I see you.
I keep telling y'all, I think the Lakers are a bad matchup for OKC. I've been saying it since they got Luka. I think they would beat them in 6. Sadly.
Want to know about Clippers ticket deals? Then let's do it. Go ahead and sign up by texting SCORE, SCORE, to 213-577-1833. Once again, text
I mean, even if they lose this game, I won't feel the same way about it. They matched up well. OKC is too dependent on one guy. Meanwhile, Lakers have 2 guys that can score on their own and create for others. And Luka just tortures them. Okay, Chemo.
Fans, go ahead and take a look at the table board as we recognize all members of the 2024-25 Small Business Partner Program, operated by 11 Sports Media. All of our small business partners are local to the greater Los Angeles area, and we're proud to have them as part of Clipper Nation. You know, you own a small business and you'd like to learn more about the program, visit 11sportsmedia.com.
I mean, because Alex Caruso isn't that good of a defender against Luka, that doesn't say much. It's Luka.
Walk into the seats at Intuit Dome for every home game next season. Season memberships come with exclusive perks and priority access all year long. Secure your spot now with deposit for as low as $100 at Clippers.com/season.
Clippers and Spurs from Intuit Dome. Tip-off just 45 minutes away here on Clippers Countdown. I'm Adam Osland. This is the official pregame show of your LA Clippers. Still to come, we'll get to your player to watch, and Lauren Rosen will be here, your courtside reporter. But first, we're going back in time in Clippers Rewind, back to Christmas Day of 1992. The top movies in theaters at the time were A Few Good Men and Home Alone 2, The Turtle Doves, and The Bodyguard. And speaking of The Bodyguard, starring Kevin Costner and Whitney Houston, Houston's song, I Will Always Love You, was the top of the Billboard 100 charts back then. And on Christmas Day, on NBC, where the NBA is about to return, the Clippers were taking on the San Antonio Spurs.
7:30 p.m. Doors open at 6. Get your tickets at clippers.com/tickets or tickets.
They heard Magic Johnson there at the end. He was just starting his broadcasting career. You also heard that slam dunk from David Robinson, the Admiral. He had 21 and 11 boards, unfortunately helping the Spurs to a win over your Clippers on that day back in '92 on Christmas Day. But listen to some of those Clippers names there, too. Names like Mark Jackson, Ron Harper, Danny Manning, and Kenny Norman. That Clippers team was led by head coach Larry Brown. They went 41 and 41 before losing to the Houston Rockets in the first round of the 1993 NBA playoffs. Clippers taking on San Antonio tonight. Tip-off 43 minutes away here at Intuit Dome. Up next, we'll get to your player to watch. I'm Adam Osland, and this is the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. If Carlo doesn't come back, just grab Carlo's seat, or
He's talking to his grandparents.
we got time. Okay.
This week's deal is a mystery. That's right. Merch mystery boxes are available now for men, women, youth, and even pets.
Yeah, I am going to need another 10-mile run. I went 5 miles today, but these crumble cookies are a problem. I didn't know we were going to have these tonight. Of course, Big Bro didn't warn me. You knew. You got ears.
Bro, I had no idea. None whatsoever. If I did, I would have winked at you or laughed by now. But no.
I'm not laughing. Lakers going to win this damn game.
Go ahead and shop now and score big with tonight's item
Huh?
of the game. Now we've got adult quarter
Playing OKC again.
fans, youth full zip hoodies, and it's only available
Yeah.
here at Intuit Dome. Get yours now while supplies last. Clipper fans make the smart play. Save big on game parking for the remaining regular season matchups. $35.
That was a great play by SGA, and Alex Caruso blew the layup.
$20 prepaid spot in the East Garage. It's brought to you by CarMax. Availability is limited, so visit clippers.com/tickets and then save big. Our final away game watch party of this
Mark, you told me the Lakers aren't who I thought they are. Like, I don't know. I think they're exactly who I think they are.
Be there to cheer with Clipper Nation, DJ, dance, Chuck Screw, and more.
Oh, my goodness.
RSVP today at clippers.com/watch-party.
Clippers taking on the San Antonio Spurs here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off just 40 minutes away. I'm Adam Osland. You're listening to Clippers Countdown. Coming up, we'll get to your injury report, and then Lauren Rosen, your courtside reporter, will be here. But first,
And we've got some early birds in the house tonight. Shout out to our Clipper Nation Rewards members who arrived.
I guess I'll give you the skinny on some of the injury report. No Kawhi Leonard. Front end of a back-to-back. We expect him to play tomorrow. So I'm going with Norman Powell for my player to watch, who was just 4 of 13 on Saturday night, just 5 of 11 Friday night. I expect him to get up 15-plus shots tonight against the San Antonio Spurs and hopefully find his shooting stroke. Remember, that game they almost won on the front end of a back-to-back on their last road trip in Cleveland. He got up 24 shots and had 34 points against the Cavs. And a close 5-point loss for the Clippers. I need to see a little bit more of that from Norman Powell. A little bit more aggressive, looking for his shot. Without Kawhi Leonard for the Clippers tonight, I expect Norman Powell to have that green light. And hopefully we see a pre-All-Star break performance from Norman Powell tonight against the San Antonio Spurs. Norman Powell, my player to watch. Up next, your injury report. Clippers, Spurs from Intuit Dome. Tip-off 38 minutes away. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
Watch FanDuel
I don't think OKC is a regular season team. I think the Lakers are just a bad matchup for them, like I've been saying for a while.
I did have a child, so I was a mother. This children's services that were available, had it not been for that, I would not have made it.
It's like, you gotta understand. It wasn't like OKC got bounced in the first round last year in 5 games or something. They got to the second round. They had some cold shooting. Dallas had some hot shooting from guys like Derrick Jones Jr. and PJ Washington in that series. SGA and Luka kind of canceled each other out. They lost.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Got you. Thanks, Daniel. Hi, Brandon. It's all you. Guys, if you got questions for Lauren Rosen, get them ready.
Hi.
I mean, like now. No time like the present.
Take my credential off. Flashing it staying around.
Let's go. Well, y'all practice that. Y'all good way up. Come on, let's go. I see you. Up on the halo. Let's go. That's that wall 14 right there. What's up, family? Oh, you can't be shy now. No, you can't. No, you cannot hide.
What? Clippers taking on the San Antonio Spurs. Tip-off just 36 minutes away. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Moslem. This is Clippers Countdown, the official pregame show of your LA Clippers. And while we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
No way. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Happy birthday to you, buddy.
Your injury report is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks, download the app today and use code KLAC to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game. The San Antonio Spurs, no De'Aaron Fox. He had surgery on a broken finger. He's out for the rest of the season. No Jeremy Sohan. He's out with a lower back injury. Of course, no Victor Wembanyama. Hopefully he gets better soon and is ready to go for next year. The San Antonio team is set up for the future, guys. But tonight, the Clippers have an opportunity to get by, even without Kawhi Leonard, who will be out. It's the front end of a back-to-back. We expect him back tomorrow against the Houston Rockets. Patty Mills is out with illness as well, and still no Amir Coffey, left knee inflammation. Tip-off just 35 minutes away here at Intuit Dome. Clippers and Spurs, and up next, we got your courtside reporter, Lauren Rosen, right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
And with that pizza, is it plain or is it? We'll come back to it.
All right, Lauren, first question. There's some cookies over there brought by Carlo Jimenez.
No way.
Crumble cookies. It's supposed to be a celebration of a successful regular season.
But doesn't the regular? It's not over.
I know, but tomorrow's the last home game, regular season.
I'm not gonna take any yet, but I am gonna take a peek.
I mean, I only had 3, so if you're going, Carlo's not eating one, by the way. The man has
they're
willpower.
mini. I'm gonna have one.
Mini for them is like a regular cookie, basically.
I'm gonna have one, and I'm gonna have the pink one. There's one left that's girly.
I had the other one of
And
those.
one thing about me is I am girly.
Chat, are you jealous?
I'm gonna have the girly one.
Crumble cookies.
These are really for us?
Yeah, for real. I've had multiple.
When people do nice things, I want to cry. So
Well,
But I'll keep it together to get through the pregame show.
they're good enough to make me cry, those cookies.
That's so nice. What's up, chat? Talk to me.
What else you got, chat? Chat saying OKC's frauds because they're down by one
Who
to the
will be Lauren's
Lakers.
next player for a sit-down interview? I did see that question, and the answer is TBD. We're going to have to take a little hiatus for the playoffs, obviously, but my hope is to give you guys a ton of those moving forward.
Let's go. Let's go.
But there's one in the bank. There's one that's still coming, one of the ride-along.
I like it. Ooh, chance for a photo tomorrow's game.
If you come early,
Yeah.
why not?
Be here. What section is 25? 25 is live.
We like to make dreams come true around here.
No problem with the photo for you. Be here around 7, and Lauren Rosen will be in it.
Can I have the girly one? Can I have the girl one?
Yes, sir. Yes. We need to work that all game long.
Clippers taking on the San Antonio Spurs. Tip-off is just 32 minutes away here at Intuit Dome. The Dome is home. Welcome back. I'm Adam Moslin. It's the front end of a back-to-back. Clippers right back here tomorrow night taking on the Houston Rockets. Coming up, we'll get to an NBA out-of-town scoreboard. I don't think I'll be bringing you any good news, but I still have to update you on the Western Conference standings. Here's some good news. We got Lauren Rosen now on the show. Once again, follow her at Lauren M. Rosen on all social medias, and especially on the TikTok thing. Lauren, it's good to have you back on here. Thanks for doing it.
Adam, thank you as always. This is my favorite part of every day. Thrilled to be with you. Thrilled to be with the listeners. Thrilled to be with the chat. Let's get into it.
Okay, so we know no Kawhi Leonard tonight in this ball game. I think this is wise. The Clippers have more than enough to still get it done against San Antonio. And apparently Coach Lue, he talked about this pregame, saying the reason he played in that back-to-back over the weekend was because they knew they could give him 3 days off afterwards. And boy, did he play in that game Saturday night, where he looked even stronger to me in the second game, 29 points in just 25 minutes.
He looked spectacular both nights back-to-back. And as we said on night 2, this was not necessarily an expectation of what we thought Kawhi Leonard was going to be able to give the team this season. And to see him be able not only to get to the point where he's healthy enough to play in a back-to-back, but to be so potent both nights. This is exactly what you want from Kawhi, exactly when you want it. You love the opportunity, like the coaching staff said, to get him a little bit more rest this evening. Hopefully they don't end up needing him. But it's been awesome to see the way he's really rounded into form in such a timely fashion. This was a best laid plan that they followed and that has really culminated in exactly what they were hoping for.
Yeah, some real intelligent design by the way they have operated with Kawhi Leonard this season, guys. He's played just 34 games, and yet this Clippers team is still 46-32, and they have been thriving with him, especially over the last month and a half or so. Somebody else thriving right now, Ivica Zubac, 11 of 11 in the ball game. Historic game from him, a franchise record, taking that many shots without missing. I can't say enough about Ivica Zubac and the player he's turning into right now.
He's not turning the ball over. He's getting his teammates involved. He's talked about how interesting it is to deal with doubles more frequently for the first time in high volume this season. And he's done it in such a heady manner. He's able to sort of read the game that's coming towards him and respond in real time in a way that's very impressive when you look at young players that rise to the top of the ladder offensively in this league. A lot of times there's some lag time with how comfortable you are with double teams, with triple teams, with being a focal point, being at the top of the scouting report. He hasn't struggled at all. He's taken it all in stride. Credit, of course, to his teammates, to the coaching staff, and everybody that's been a part of creating the Ivica Zubac that we're seeing these days. But credit mostly to Ivica Zubac for the way that he has put himself in a position to succeed, for the way he has been able to silence doubter after doubter throughout the course of his career and arrive at a literally perfect performance en route to hopefully his first all-defensive nod, all-NBA nod, or perhaps even a Defensive Player of the Year award.
Lauren Rosen cooking with that one. I mean, he's starting to generate a little bit more buzz when it comes to the Defensive Player of the Year talk, and that is impressive to me because before I felt like it was going to be difficult to get him just to an all-NBA defensive team. Now we're talking about being one of the best defenders in the league. It's happening. It's gaining traction. It's gaining momentum here. Ivica Zubac is one of the more well-known guys in the league currently, and that's good to see. James Harden, I give him partial credit for what he's been able to do with the Ivica Zubats, of course, especially because he had 14 assists and just 2 turnovers on Saturday night. He's always been good with his big man and being able to throw them open and find his big man. He talked about Clint Capella post-game in the locker room saying Ivica Zubats is actually much more skilled than Clint Capella was, but James Harden, one of those guys that has been a general for this team all season long and has been steady for them.
Yeah, and if we hop in the time machine, as far as the James Harden Ivica Zubats relationship goes, they don't just wear the same shoes, the Harden 9s, out on the floor together.
Those
James is
chrome-
not just Ivica's shoe plug out on the floor. When we think back to when James was traded to the Clippers he came across from the East Coast, not unlike my own journey. When James arrived here, though, I wasn't here yet, but they have both told the story, Ivica and James, about the amount of hours that they put in together in those first weeks and months as teammates, when the fit was still a little clunky and they were learning each other and they were understanding what it would take to build a partnership. They were so intentional about it. They spent hours together behind closed doors, drilling pick and roll. They both have talked about it. And the results that we're seeing out on the floor today, it's not luck. James Harden doesn't just happen to make big men better. They work at it. They drill it. And they had done so behind closed doors before the partnership looked like what it looks like today. And it's great now to see both of them getting that well-earned recognition. You mentioned James, and he's the reason this team has been able to stay afloat all season long. They don't arrive at this point in the season 46-32 without him. The work he's done all season long, his constant availability, the way he's built upon his existing skill set, even in year 16. I could not be more impressed with what James has done as a player and as a teammate this season. And of course, we see that all over his relationship with Big Zoo.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe one of his 14 assists in that game Saturday night from James Harden was to Derrick Jones Jr. on a Vince Carter-esque reverse throwdown that had everybody up and out of their seat. Not just if you were in the wall. If you were anywhere here at Intuit Dome, that was one of the wildest dunks we've seen this season.
This team has everything. They're not just competent offensively, competent defensively, one of the highest net rated teams, not just over these last few weeks, throughout the course of the season. This team analytically has everything, and they've got the splash and the flash as well. We have loved watching them develop chemistry. Again, when we talk about the more sort of practical workman relationship that James and Big Zoo have, but the flashy, splashy relationship and what he's been able to develop with Derrick Jones Jr., there's a highlight every night between the two of them, but that perhaps was one of the biggest we've seen.
So I'm going with tonight with my player to watch, and I feel like one of us has chosen him as of late. But because there's no Kawhi Leonard, I want to see if Norman Powell gets to 15-plus shots tonight. He's my player to watch. I want to see him be a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more efficient out there. We expect that from him. He is that good. Lauren, your player to watch with the Clippers tonight.
Carlo's going to either be upset with me or totally cool with me when I pick a pair of Clippers to watch this evening. For me, it's all about Chris Dunn and Derrick Jones Jr., who will, by the way, step back into the starting lineup in the absence of Kawhi this evening. So expect Chris Dunn and Derrick Jones Jr. in the starting lineup. We learned just a couple minutes ago. The two of them, defensively and offensively. Of course, the two of them have sterling defensive reputations, but they have been able to do a ton for this team offensively, particularly when we talk about how defenses cover the Clippers. Oftentimes, it ends up with an open Chris Dunn or an open Derrick Jones Jr. And if the two of them can continue to make oppositions pay for leaving them open, it's going to be a really, really exciting playoff run. So tonight, with the two of them back in the starting lineup together for the first time in a little while, I'm looking forward to seeing what they are able to do, particularly, by the way, as end-of-season awards start to buzz. The fact that they have been such a great pairing has almost disadvantaged them when it comes to time to vote for all defense, right? The fact that they've swapped in and out for each other, that neither of them has been a consistent starter all season long. There's a world in which neither of them gets an all-defensive nod because they haven't played enough minutes this season, because there are other guys that have been out there more consistently. But make no mistake, had either of them not had the other and had to shoulder a larger load, they'd both be in that conversation. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're able to do with a little bit more runway tonight, because these reps are really important when those minutes go back down again in the playoffs and the minutes count.
I like that pick. We're going to let it slide. That is a very good double team pick, because both those guys, Coach Lou says they're his shutdown corners out there. And I agree with you. If they're shooting well in the playoffs, this team can reach
There's
the
no
ultimate.
solution for this team when those two are shooting well, and they've been great in these last few weeks.
She is Lauren Rosen. Follow her at Lauren M. Rosen on social media. She's your Clippers Courtside reporter. We've been lucky to have her here on Clippers Countdown consistently as of late with just tonight's game and tomorrow's game, your last 2 regular season games here at Intuit Dome. Lauren, thanks again for doing this.
Adam, thank you so much. Always a thrill.
Coming up next, we'll get to an NBA out-of-town scoreboard. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. All right, you guys better hurry if you got questions.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to go visit the great Brian Seaman.
All right.
But I'll come back. Yeah, if Carlo doesn't get back, I'll be back here ready to rock.
Somebody's going to be
Next
here wanting a
next
picture.
segment.
Okay.
I'll be locked in.
Guys, what's going on in the OKC game now?
Jason Tatum is balling right now.
Is he?
I mean, not that the Eastern Conference situation is nearly as exciting as the Western Conference situation.
I'm upset with the Lakers score. Ah.
All right, bye, chat. Love you guys.
Yeah, I just turned it on.
Tonight's matchup preview is brought to you by
I'm telling you, they're a bad matchup.
San Antonio Spurs and our LA Clippers.
Luka just got ejected? No. Somebody in the chat saying he's ejected. I don't believe that. Did he have a tee already? I'm so far behind. Did he get one on the bench? Oh my goodness. That's awful. How am I that far behind? Oh, I just saw it now. Okay, I got Austin Reeves just hit the first free throw. I like it, Joey. Clippers taking on the San Antonio Spurs here at Intuit Dome. Welcome back. I'm Adam Osland. This is Clippers Countdown, the official pregame show of your LA Clippers. Coming up, we'll get back to Carlo Jimenez. But first, let's get your drive around the league. Brought to you by Toyota's electrified lineup, including hybrids, plug-in hybrids, all electrics, and even fuel cell electric vehicles. So you can choose exactly the type you need for your lifestyle. We make it easy. I wish I could bring you more good news, but unfortunately right now, wait a second. The Timberwolves are tied up with the Bucks in Milwaukee with 3 minutes left. It's 97 all. Go Bucks. Go Giannis Antetokounmpo, who already has an 18, 11, 10 assist triple-double. But the Clippers could use some help from Milwaukee if they can take down the Timberwolves. Again, tie game at 97 with 3 minutes left there. Another team they need to help them out tonight. That would be the Phoenix Suns, who are absolutely in a tailspin. They're 35-43. They're currently down 14-8 to the Golden State Warriors, who the Clippers would be rooting against winning in that ball game. We don't say this often. Go Suns. Earlier today, the Memphis Grizzlies would win in Charlotte 124-100 over the Hornets. Ja Morant had 28 and 8 assists. And last one here, Cavaliers. 135, Bulls 113. Darius Garland with 28 in the victory. Clippers got to handle their own business. They're taking on the San Antonio Spurs. Tip-off is just about 19 minutes away. And up next, we'll get back to your radio voice of the Clippers and Carlo Jimenez. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
Did you give one to Joey?
Clipper Nation, round of applause for that Clippers fan right there.
And I'm freaking telling people Austin Reeves is better than Booker today. Maybe it changes.
Daniel, give us some play-by-play of the Minnesota game. Do you got that up? Because they're tied right now. What if they all lost and Golden State lost, and the Clippers win by 100,000? So they win every other game. It carries over 100,000 victory.
Cooking. Cooking.
Who would Lauren pick as their player to watch? James Harden. She picked who? That's BS, man. Man, I feel bad for Michael Malone, man.
Honestly, if things go south, his legend will just grow in Denver, though.
Yeah, it was Ty's comments at the end of that were interesting. Like the biggest thing I would suggest is build a good relationship with your front office and owner, and I think that's telling.
Yeah.
I mean, Ty's got to be getting what is this, year 4? No, he's got to get to like
this is year
five. He's got to be getting up there.
Just got a new contract.
Yeah.
Clippers and Spurs from Intuit Dome. Tip-off is just 17 minutes away. Welcome back. I'm Adam Moslin. It's Clippers Countdown, the official pregame show of your LA Clippers. Coming up, we'll get you your keys to victory. But first, back over to your radio voice of the Clippers in Carlo Jimenez. So, Carlo, the Spurs have lost 7 of their last 8 games. Obviously don't have Wemby. They don't have De'Aaron Fox, Jeremy Sohan.
They don't have you.
They don't have me. They don't have the crumble cookies here, but they still have a ton of young talent on this team, including Stephon Castle, who is quickly becoming one of my favorite players in the league.
And probably going to become the rookie of the year. He is running away with it as of late, leading all rookies in points, 4th among all rookies in assists, and is a 2-time rookie of the month winner, which should tell you you'd be a rookie of the year winner, the only player to win it 2 times this season. Stephon Castle's ability to get to the rim, to be able to get his teammates involved as well. 3-point shooting still coming around for him, but you're right, Adam. He has been kind of the silver lining so far this season for the San Antonio Spurs. And what was a season that they had high expectations for, but unfortunately things went sideways. Hopefully Victor Wembanyama is able to make a comeback very, very soon. De'Aaron Fox will be back. Don't be surprised if the Spurs make a Houston Rockets-like leap next season, because they'll be able to have a full arsenal of players. Plus, Stephon Castle will have another year under his belt. He has just been excellent. And he's 20 years old, about to win the Rookie of the Year. That will be 2 Rookie of the Year awards in 2 straight seasons for the San Antonio Spurs, who are also in the odds for this year's lottery. So
I'm thinking that was the first time. No, because I was thinking Shaq and Penny won it in back-to-back years, but I think C. Webb won it over Penny that year when they both came out of the same draft.
There we go.
I'm racking my brain a little bit to try to go through some NBA history, but let's focus on the present. You know, Ben Simmons, as of late, since he came back from that knee injury, hasn't quite looked the same. I want to see him have kind of a showcase game where he gets back to playing the way he was before that knee inflammation, Carlo.
100%. You're right on the money with that. Still has been excellent, no doubt about it. I mean, 51 assists, 12 turnovers in his 15 games as a Clipper. But this stat really jumps off the board for me, Adam. 32 games this season with more assists than points. It's the most in the NBA with games with more assists than points. But Simmons can score around the rim, especially in the paint. And Ty Lue loves when his players get into the painted area. The old adage, get into the paint or die trying. We'll see if Simmons can find his way into the blue painted area here at Intuit Dome. Still trying to find a rhythm with this Clipper team. I do like, though, how fast he gets the ball up the floor. The Clippers have mentioned that They want more ball movement. They want to put the pressure on, get the pace going. And Ty Lue, what he means by pace, how fast you getting into the painted area, how fast you get into your first action on the offensive end. Simmons clearly speeds them up on that end. It's now finding that right balance for Ben and this Clipper team.
Nico Batum knocked down a couple more three-pointers on Saturday night. He has been oh so hot from the outside the past couple of months now, Carlo.
He has been an archer, Adam, and 48% from three his last 15 games. No coincidence that it coincides with the Clippers' excellent play their last 15 games. And Nico Batum is now playing at an elite level his last 15 or so games. Teammate of the year, no doubt about it. He continues to elevate every single lineup. Adam, if the Teammate of the Year award was just for being someone who plays well with other people, Nico would still win it, but it also includes everything he does off the floor, which is just never having an ego, wanting to step up, being a communicator with this team, setting an example. It really is an award that I think should be his just because he exemplifies it on both on and off the court at an elite level.
So we heard this from Coach Lue in the pregame show. No Kawhi Leonard tonight in this one. It looks like they're saving him for the back-to-back tomorrow night, right back here against the Houston Rockets. And really, this is smart in my opinion because Coach Lue talked about the reason he played that last back-to-back is because they knew they could give him 3 days off before the very next game, to where then you're playing every other day the last 3 games of the regular season. I'm talking about Houston tomorrow, Sacramento up in Sacktown on Friday, and then they finish things off in San Francisco against the Golden State Warriors. But Lauren Rosen was talking about it too, the way they have handled Kawhi all season long. He's at 34 games right now played. The Clippers have won 46. He's peaking at the right time, and they're still being just enough overly cautious in a realistic way where you're going to have him for the Houston Rockets tomorrow. We know how good they have been. Not to overlook this Spurs team, but the Clippers do have enough to get the job done even tonight without him.
Yeah, 100% agree with you, Adam. I mean, this is a Clipper team that right now they have an opportunity to do something special down the stretch, especially if everything else goes their way. And so for the Clippers, you think about what's most important. Well, Kawhi Leonard being healthy is number one. A huge shout out to Maggie Bryant, the entire medical staff, who's done a fantastic job putting together that plan to make sure Kawhi is ready to go. And then at the same time, Adam, Kawhi for being able to really lock in on the tedious things that I'm sure he had to go through to be ready to play in this one. Biggest thing for this Clipper team, can you find a way to get Kawhi back in rhythm with those 3 days off? And I think with these next 3 games, they have a perfect opportunity. Kawhi will play playoff game schedule with a game a day off, and then he can get going once the playoff starts. It just makes too much sense. And this is a Clipper team that was excellent without Kawhi Leonard. Now, they are a true championship contender with Kawhi Leonard. If you don't believe me, over the last 17 games, they're top 2 in net rating. Top 2, guys.
Like Lauren Rosen having two different players to watch.
And let me tell you, they're not 2. They're not 2. They're 1 in net rating over their last 17 games. So I think the Clippers have proven that they can do incredible things. Even without Kawhi, you look at the beginning of the season, he didn't play till January 4th. They trust this group to be able to get a win. I expect Norman Powell to hopefully get back in rhythm. We saw what he did against Cleveland when there was no Kawhi out there. Expect him to have a big game, Adam.
Well, funny you mentioned him. He's my player to watch tonight, Norman Powell.
You're telling me Lauren picked 2 people she didn't pick Norman Powell?
She went with DJ and Chris Dunn, who are both in the starting lineup tonight, and how well they've worked together. Those defensive stoppers on the perimeter. Who do you got? Who's your player to watch here, Carlo?
The Milwaukee Bucks are my player to watch because they're up 5 with 22 seconds left.
Kind of a big deal, Clipper Nation.
This would be make it. They're up a little more. Giannis at a free throw. They're up 6 with 18 seconds
The
left.
significance is
16.
they are
15.
up on the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yes. Sorry.
If the Clippers can win out and they get one loss, which looks like it might be happening for Minnesota tonight, and a loss from the Denver Nuggets, the Clippers could be in the 4 spot.
Which is insane. Guys, the Clippers won 51 games last year. They went out. They win 50 this year.
Special. Lawrence Frank cooked this offseason. Jeff Van Gundy getting him on the coaching staff. The players out there doing the work nightly, holding down the fort until Kawhi Leonard got back. And they are in a prime position to still have home court in a first-round series.
What?
It's all still possible. Clippers tonight, though, have to handle business themselves against San Antonio. Tip-off 9 minutes away here at Intuit Dome. Carlo Jimenez is on the call. Up next, though, we'll get to your keys to victory. You're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
Hey, turn that up. Trying to watch the game, man. Dream.
I'm behind.
Ant got fouled, and he's shooting 2.
What?
No, Ant fouled. Giannis is 3 for 10 from the free throw line.
Ooh, OKC just ran away with it as soon as Luka went out. Oh, my goodness. You saw Luka got kicked out, right?
No, I didn't see that. I saw the tweet.
For
but I didn't see it
arguing
happen.
with a fan. I hate that. Honestly, I hate that. That is so soft. Even though it hurt
Undeserved.
the Lakers, I hate it this time. Huh?
What? I don't hate it. Why do you hate it? You can't say mean things to fans.
Oh, well, it depends what he said. He's running away from him. He didn't confront him in the stands or anything like that. But
Maybe
players
he
all the
maybe he
time.
threatened his family.
Did Bronny get kicked out when he talked about that guy's chain?
7-point game, 13 seconds left.
Milwaukee. I'm drinking a beer tonight for the first time in 3 years for you. No, I'm kidding.
Thought you already added up crumble cookies.
Well, nobody else is eating them.
No, I mean they have to get eaten. So please, I'm not.
I
Definitely
can't
not.
believe Carlo has the willpower to not eat one until after the game. I can't do it.
Oh, Vando and Jay Will getting into it. Look at Mark Davis. Don't talk to him like that.
I think the Lakers would beat them in a series.
It's heating up, Adam. It's heating up. Dude, I don't want to think about it too much. But a 4 seed is crazy. I called it, though. Go back to the Hawaii tape when I said they could be a championship contender. Everyone else was saying ceiling 6 seed. I said I think they could go make a long run in the playoffs, but it's all good. You just want to check the Hawaii tape. you
Maybe
know?
we will check the Hawaii tape,
check
guys.
it. Check the Hawaii tape. Pull it up, chat.
It's
pull
in
it
the
up.
live section on Clippers Talk.
Pull up the tape.
Carlos saying pull up, yo. Clippers. Spurs from Intuit Dome. Tip-off just 6 minutes away. Let's get to your keys to victory. What have we seen from the Clippers as of late? Well, last 17 ball games now, they've been top 3 when it comes to fewest amount of turnovers per game. Just a little bit under 13 per game after having just 6 or 7, depending on the box score, on Saturday night in that big victory over the Dallas Mavericks. If this Clippers team takes care of the basketball and doesn't let the San Antonio Spurs get out in transition and get any easy buckets, they should be in good shape, even without Kawhi Leonard tonight. Clippers have more than enough. Tip-off, just 5 minutes away. Carlo Jimenez is on the call. It's the Clippers and Spurs here at Intuit Dome. Oh my goodness, Derrick Jones Jr. just went off the bounce between the legs for a throwdown in the layup line. I'm telling you, after the dunk he had the reverse alley-oop on Saturday night, he's got a little bit of Vince Carter to him. More on that coming up. Carlo Jimenez is on the call. Thank you, Milwaukee Bucks. You're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Is anybody in the chat in the building? Did you guys see that throwdown? He went off the bounce between the legs for the dunk. Today was a good day. They were down 24? All right, Clipper Nation.